Hello everyone, this is Shadow. Due to copyright restrictions on YouTube, I can't publish many of the audiobooks you love. That's why I've created a special paid service where you can enjoy over 300 high-quality audiobooks from platforms like Webnovel, Pocket FM, Audible, Wuxia, and more. Each novel comes as a one-time purchase, no subscriptions, no hidden fees. After payment, you'll receive full access via Telegram, along with all future updates for that novel. You'll find a wide selection of your favorite genres and titles, always in premium audio quality. Check the full list of available novels in the description. DM me now to get your favorite stories in audiobook form and start listening today. Chapter 291. Lin Yuan now made him demonstrate all the subsequent models in one go. That was equivalent to a grade school student telling his teacher to bring out the middle school, high school, and university curriculums. No problem. The Chikuan Star Lord nodded. If it were any other disciple, the Chikuan Star Lord would definitely have rebuked them for their arrogance and told them to focus on the task at hand before anything else. But Lin Yuan, thinking of how quickly Lin Yuan had grasped the spatial model just now, the Chikuan Star Lord felt it was best just to follow along and do as asked. One spatial model after another continuously condensed in front of the Chikuan Star Lord. Lin Yuan carefully observed each spatial model. Although he couldn't grasp them instantly, having the Chikuan Star Lord's demonstrations meant that Lin Yuan's future comprehension speed would definitely exceed his previous one. About half a day later, a satisfied expression appeared on Lin Yuan's face. The Chikuan Star Lord, on the other hand, stopped the demonstration of spatial models with a complex look on his face. Thank you, teacher. The disciple has now grasped the subsequent spatial models. Lin Yuan sincerely thanked him. The Chikuan Star Lord nodded. In fact, during this half-day he hadn't spoken a word, just demonstrated various spatial models one by one. He was completely acting like a tool. Seeing Lin Yuan's fully content expression, the Chikuan Star Lord felt a sense of unreality. Was teaching a disciple really this easy? He was already adept at instructing disciples and knew full well that teaching them properly was a very strenuous task. Teacher, regarding the next 7,782 spatial models. Lin Yuan thought for a moment, planning to fully utilize this opportunity of being instructed. The 965 spatial models that Lin Yuan had currently comprehended were just scratching the surface essence of the space rules. Understanding these 965 spatial models meant just entering the space rules. But beyond the beginner level, one still needed to comprehend more of the space's essential rules. Therefore, after the 965 spatial models, there were still 7,782 spatial models. The subsequent models, it's hard for outsiders to instruct, and one must rely on self-comprehension. The Chikuan Star Lord spoke evenly, feeling extremely helpless inside. Even he hadn't fully comprehended the 7,782 spatial models, and the Chikuan Star Lord vaguely felt drained by Lin Yuan. Besides, even if he had comprehended those 7,782 spatial models, he would not be able to demonstrate. When it came to space rules, the superficial essence could be shown, but the deeper rule essences, even for the same spatial model, the focus differed for different evolvers who had comprehended it. Okay. Lin Yuan nodded. He was becoming somewhat impatient. As space rules were foundational laws of the main world, vast and endless, the aspects of space rules comprehended by others might not necessarily suit Lin Yuan. If you truly want to comprehend the complete space rules, you could visit the battlefields of different races. The Chikuan Star Lord suggested. Battlefields of different races? Lin Yuan was aware of such places, where the human race engaged in combat with deep space other species. In the battlefields of different races, numerous strong ones fight, and even supreme beings intervene, rendering the space unstable, and there even exist permanent spatial rifts. The Chikuan Star Lord spoke with a sigh. Supreme beings? Lin Yuan's expression grew solemn. Within the Cosmic Human Alliance, there were 9 supreme beings. Each supreme being guarded one evolution tower, illuminating the timeless cosmic starry skies. Even across the vast cosmic starry skies, Supreme beings were the ceiling of combat power, unparalleled. Only conflicts between supreme beings could create permanent spatial rifts. Otherwise, given the self-healing ability of the main world universe starry sky, even large spatial rifts would gradually heal. Over more than 2 million years of the Starry Sea era, human civilization had expanded rapidly, severely beating different species, primarily because of the numerical superiority of supreme beings. Even the peak clans like the war machine insect race with only 6 supreme beings held the advantage on middle and lower tier battlefields. However, they found themselves at a disadvantage when it came to clashes between supreme beings. Our universe, where we reside, has stable spaces and subdued rule fluctuations, which makes comprehending space rules very difficult. However, in the battlefields of different races, space isn't that stable, especially those that are torn with permanent spatial rifts, where endless space powers permeate, which is quite beneficial for comprehending space rules. Chikuin Star Lord said, "The battlefields of different races are like a meat grinder for countless clans of the universe, filled with dangers, but also numerous opportunities. It's easier to sense the space rules, but that's just one aspect. There are others. For example, certain heritages, many treasures. Many strong ones of different species fight to the death, leaving treasures scattered in hidden locations, their corpses even buried underground. The corpses of the strong ones from different species also hold great value. Furthermore, the permanent spatial rifts on the battlefield of different species sometimes welcome guests from beyond the realm. If you can seize the opportunity, you can gain quite a few benefits. However, if you, my disciple, wish to go to the battlefield of different species, you must not go in person. Send an avatar there instead." Chikuin Star Lord instructed. For a talent like Lin Yuan, going in person to the battlefield of different species is like a feast for those different species. If Lin Yuan hides within human territories, within Chikuin Main Star, if the different species want to assassinate Lin Yuan, they would have to pay a huge price, and afterwards Lin Yuan would be resurrected. But on the battlefield of different species, the moment the information of Lin Yuan appearing there is leaked, believe it or not, there will be a bunch of 7th rank, 8th rank strong ones from different species lying in wait. After all, on the battlefield, killing Lin Yuan would not require any consequences. Even if he were to be resurrected later, it wouldn't matter. I understand. Lin Yuan nodded. Even traveling to other worlds through the door to the myriad realms, he did it through the ensured method of consciousness descent. Not to mention going to the perilous battlefield of different species. There are over 10 doppelganger skills in the treasury. You can choose one when the time comes. You are now 6th rank, and can withstand the soul division involved in creating an avatar. Chikuin Star Lord said. In the main world, crafting an avatar involves much less cost than in the immortal Tao world. Still, it requires a portion of the soul's power to be split and infused into the avatar. Without a soul, an avatar is no different from a puppet. Just splitting a part of the soul. Those below the 6th rank of evolvers simply cannot do it, and even if they could, it would result in a great loss of origin source and potential. My martial Tao primordial spirit, Yin spirit and Yang spirit. Lin Yuan subconsciously compared his Yin spirit and Yang spirit with the traditional avatar techniques of the main world. In the end, he concluded, the martial Tao primordial spirit should be superior to most avatar techniques. At the very least, it does not require Lin Yuan to actively split his soul. Yin spirit and Yang spirit share one consciousness with Lin Yuan's true self, a trinity. It's said that deep in the cosmic starry skies, some rare special life forms naturally possess the doppelganger talent. Most of the avatar techniques of human civilization are derived from those naturally gifted with doppelganger. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Those doppelganger talents were indeed similar to his martial Tao primordial spirit, sharing consciousness without the need for soul splitting. Next, Chikuin Star Lord gave Lin Yuan a few more words of advice. Essentially, even if you craft an avatar to go to the battlefield of different species, it's best not to reveal your identity. And don't try to kill those from different species. There's no need. If the avatar were to fall on the battlefield, it would also affect Lin Yuan's true body. The Crimson Palace. Chikuin Star Lord watched Lin Yuan leave. In terms of understanding space rules, except for the eldest disciple, no one else should be able to surpass him now, should they? Chikuin Star-Lord quietly thought to himself. Having grasped over 800 kinds of spatial models, only his eldest disciple could barely outdo him. As for the second and third disciples, they were at best on par or even slightly weaker. The later disciples, such as the fourth and fifth, not to mention, weren't even seventh rank. This talent, Chikuin Star-Lord sighed. In Lin Yuan, Chikuin Star-Lord felt as though he had grown old, unable to keep up with the times. In such a short period of time, Lin Yuan had grown from initially being the weakest among the 13 Peak Masters at 4th rank, to now being second only to the Great Peak Master. Chikuin Star-Lord could foresee that, given Lin Yuan's current speed of cultivation and enlightenment, surpassing the Great Peak Master was only a matter of time. Not right? Chikuin Star-Lord suddenly tensed in his heart. Damn, he wouldn't also be surpassed by his own disciple, would he? Chapter 292, The Second Physical Body Divine Ability. I must be overthinking it. Even if my obedient disciple has just begun to grasp space rules and stepped into the 7th rank with ease. But breaking from the 7th rank to the 8th rank, it's not so simple. The Chikuin Star-Lord comforted himself. Given his countless opportunities, and even after he had seized a Starry Sky Wanderer Kuin Juvenile, entering the 8th layer was still extremely difficult. Even if Lin Yuan's talent exceeded his back then, facing the barrier of the 8th layer, he couldn't just step over it, right? Sometimes, having a disciple that's too monstrously talented makes being a master somewhat meaningless. The Chikuin Star-Lord sighed. Inside the Palace of the 13 Peaks, the red spirit fluid has arrived. Lin Yuan looked at a small kettle in front of him. The small kettle was a space storage treasure. It appeared to be the size of a palm, but in reality, it contained a small pool's worth of red spirit fluid. Let's begin. Lin Yuan pulled the stopper out of the small kettle. Though he had not yet decided on the content of the 6th rank chapter of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path, he had already finalized his plan for the 6th rank. With the red spirit fluid in the kettle, Lin Yuan would be able to reach the limit of the 6th rank in a short amount of time. I wonder what kind of physical body divine ability will be born this time. In the immortal Tao world, the divine abilities of the fleshly body from the body cultivation lineage depended on the peculiar powers contained deep within one's bloodline. When Lin Yuan established the 6th rank chapter of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path, he had borrowed from the body cultivation lineage, particularly in terms of digging deeper into the physical body. So, theoretically, the 6th rank chapter should also be able to give birth to physical body divine abilities. As Lin Yuan retraced the steps of the 6th rank, the differences in his fleshly body would lead to the final physical body divine ability being different. Gurgle. Lin Yuan picked up the small kettle and swallowed all the red spirit fluid. As soon as the fluid slid down his throat, it turned into pure energy that nourished his limbs and extremities. Several days later, Lin Yuan abruptly opened his eyes. I've reached the pinnacle of the 6th rank. Lin Yuan dared not break through any further. Now, if he wished, he could quickly step into the 7th rank. But he wasn't very satisfied with that kind of 7th rank. It didn't complement the first 5 stages of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path very well. The 7th rank chapter of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path should have enough comprehension of space rules, at least a beginner's grasp of them. Lin Yuan thought to himself. The deeper he contemplated space rules, the deeper his understanding became. The essence of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path was to use the Tao of Taiji as the core, to contain all Tao, and thereby control all Tao. Incorporating his own understanding and insights of Tao into it, would then perfect the Tao of Taiji and use it to control all Tao. Lin Yuan felt that for him, the most complete path for the 7th rank chapter of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path was to integrate space rules. Of course, this was only in regard to Lin Yuan himself. Other evolvers didn't need to integrate space rules specifically. Any other rules could work as well. It depends on what each individual excels at. Entering the realm of space rules is incredibly difficult, and only a 7th rank evolver would be confident in mastering it. However, the threshold for entering other rules is much lower. For example, in the 7 Stars Cave Trial world, that red pattern examiner's brute strength was a beginner's grasp of the rule of power. To grasp the rule of power at the 4th rank was indeed genius. It showed that it could be done. Other martial arts evolvers just need to grasp a certain rule that suits them at the zenith of the 6th rank in order to have a chance to step into the 7th rank. The physical body divine ability is being nurtured. Lin Yuan keenly felt the changes in his body. He noticed that, deep within his bloodline, a peculiar force was awakening and converging. This was very similar to the first time he had developed a physical body divine ability in the Immortal Tao world. It should take another day or two, Lin Yuan estimated in his mind. The birth of a physical body divine ability doesn't happen instantly. It needs time to be nurtured. Based on the current pace of nurturing, Lin Yuan felt that in 1 or 2 days, the physical body divine ability would probably be born. Fang Qing is looking for me? Lin Yuan scanned the visitor records and discovered that Fang Qing wanted to see him. Virtual world. Personal space. Lin Yuan and Fang Qing sat facing each other. No need to be formal, just act as before, Lin Yuan casually said, noting Fang Qing's nervousness. He had a close friendship with Fang Qing, who had helped him since the 7-Star Cave trials by providing information. Later, when Lin Yuan was subjected to the public scorn by the hundreds of billions of citizens on Kanglan Star because of the Heiyu family's oppression, it was Fang Qing who had stood up for him, going so far as to offer numerous favors to rebuild trade relations for Kanglan Star. Though, in truth, the Heiyu family could only do so much back then, and the external public opinion had not affected Lin Yuan at all. But Fang Qing truly wanted to help him. Brother Lin, you say it so lightly, just as before. Fang Qing relaxed a bit and managed to smile, saying, but your status now, you're a peak master of the Red Kuan lineage. Although Fang Qing said this, his heart settled down. At this moment, he was extremely grateful that he had fully supported Lin Yuan through his difficulties in the past. Otherwise, with Lin Yuan's current status, Fang Qing might not even be able to see him. As far as Fang Qing knew, since Lin Yuan's arrival at the Chikuan main star, he had hardly met with any outsiders. How have you been recently? Lin Yuan asked casually. Not bad, Fang Qing said softly. Many people, aware of my relationship with Brother Lin, want to get close to me, hoping to use me to reach out to Brother Lin. When Kanglan Star faced suppression from the Heiyu family, Fang Qing had stood up for his friend. Subsequently, this friend transformed into the peak master of the Chikuan Star domain. The person whose status changed the most in between, apart from Lin Yuan and his family, was Chapter 293. It belonged to Fang Qing. After all, who didn't know that Fang Qing had stepped forward to help when Shursan, the peak master, was hiding his identity? No matter what, in the Chikuan lineage, Fang Qing was already considered a person of the Shursan peak master. Even those core members of the Chikuan lineage treated Fang Qing with utmost respect. Ha 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 ha. Lin Yuan laughed out loud. Before Lin Yuan had revealed his identity, there were people who went to great lengths to get in touch with Fang Qing through him. Now, there were also people who were scheming hard to get close to him through Fang Qing. The drastic change from then to now made Lin Yuan quite reflective. Shursan Peak is just established. Would you like to come help me? Lin Yuan chatted with Fang Qing for a while before mentioning this casually. Everyone knew that joining Shursan Peak now was the same as being among the first to pledge allegiance to the Shursan Peak Master, and in the future they would all be considered senior members. Thank you, Big Brother Lin. Upon hearing this, Fang Qing immediately stood up and bowed respectfully. The weight of Lin Yuan's words was no different from giving Fang Qing an opportunity to rise to the heavens in one step within the Chikuan lineage. What could be more honorable than becoming a confidant, or even a direct subordinate under the Peak Master? After chatting with Lin Yuan, Fang Qing returned to his personal space. Fang lad, what did I tell you before? Your big brother Lin is destined for boundless prospects. The old man with a white beard said proudly. As an intelligent life form, the old man with a white beard didn't have much strength, but his insight was extremely sharp. From now on, Just follow behind your big brother Lin and devote yourself to serving him well. Don't think about managing anything else, understand? The white-bearded old man reminded him. He was fully aware that cultivation fanatics like Lin Yuan generally wouldn't bother with too many things. But if Fang Qing tried to take advantage of this to gain something for himself, it would be a huge mistake. I understand. Fang Qing nodded. As one of the first members to join Shirsan Peak, it was not difficult for Fang Qing to be promoted to a core member of the Qikuan lineage. With such a great opportunity, if Fang Qing still thought about other benefits, he truly would be unworthy of Big Brother Lin's trust. Cultivate well. Your current head start has already far surpassed that of the old master. The old man with a white beard's voice suddenly became somber. His old master, the 6th-rank Fallen Star Warrior, had some renown in the Qikuan star domain and the surrounding star domains. But how could that compare to Fang Qing now? Being under a big tree provides good shade, and even more so with Shirsan Peak Master, who was like a towering tree. Virtual world. Personal space. Lin Yuan opened his personal settlement panel. The profit distribution from the Marshall Path Evolutionary Path Settlement. Lin Yuan glanced at the final amount. 289,690 billion civilization coins? This much? Lin Yuan was a bit surprised. The unit was in billions, 280,000 billion, nearly 300 trillion in enormous wealth. Mainly because the 6th rank chapter has made another strong push. Lin Yuan looked over the sales numbers of each rank chapter. He noticed that the 6th rank chapter had been purchased over 1,000 times. You have to know, the price Lin Yuan set for the 6th rank chapter was 50 billion. A 50 billion priced 6th rank chapter, purchased over 1,000 times, amounted to 50 trillion. After adding Lin Yuan's 37th split with human civilization and subtracting taxes, the final take-home was close to 200 trillion. The 6th rank chapter was bought over 1,000 times, mostly out of curiosity. As for those who are actually cultivating to the pinnacle of the 5th rank and planning to buy the 6th rank chapter, there are none. Lin Yuan was well aware of how the 1,000-plus purchases came about. The Martial Dao Cultivation Evolution Path's ranking on the Qikuan Evolution Rankings had soared, thought to be the work of a certain evolutionary scholar. Naturally, it aroused the curiosity of many high-rank evolvers. Therefore, every time Lin Yuan updated the latest chapter of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path, there would be a bunch of evolvers who would directly purchase it to take a look. Their reasons for purchasing were likely not for cultivation but out of pure curiosity, wanting to see why the Martial Path Evolutionary Path had such potential. It's still too early. If 100 or 200 years go by, and within the martial arts evolutionaries 4th and 5th ranks emerge, that will be the time when the 6th rank chapter will be in its prime. Lin Yuan thought to himself. A moment of curiosity cannot generate a continuous stream of income. But the wider the spread of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path, the more evolving cultivators there are who practice it, the more it becomes a true mountain of gold. 30 trillion. And that's just the income from one settlement. Lin Yuan glanced at his account balance and felt pleased. Although with his strength and status, 30 trillion wasn't much, for Lin Yuan it was tantamount to a gift. I still need to push it a bit. After some thought, Lin Yuan made up his mind. The evolution of martial arts cultivators is too slow nowadays, with most lacking guidance and thus, prone to taking the wrong path. Just so happens I've got some free time. I'll make a few martial Tao analysis videos. With a thought, Lin Yuan's personal space began to change. His appearance, body shape, and demeanor also began to transform accordingly. In the end, an image of a slim man appeared. This should be good. Lin Yuan touched his chin. He began explaining from the 1st tier chapter of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path. The 1st tier chapter is the beginning of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path, divided into the Innate Realm, Grandmaster Realm, and so on. Among the current martial arts evolutionaries, most are at the 1st tier chapter. As for innate, Lin Yuan used only a few thousand words to introduce the innate chapter, then took just over 10 minutes to elaborate in detail. Time went by. In just under half a day, Lin Yuan successfully recorded more than 10 videos. including parts of the first tier chapter, second layer chapter, and third rank chapter. This should be enough. Lin Yuan nodded slightly. Reviewing the first tier chapter, the second layer chapter, and the third rank chapter was also quite helpful for Lin Yuan himself. Upload them to the virtual world. Lin Yuan entered the Martial Path founder Yuan's account and uploaded the newly recorded set of analysis videos. So many followers already? Lin Yuan glanced at the number of followers Yuan had, which exceeded 100 billion. You should know, these 100 billion followers are not ordinary citizens. Those who can enter the virtual world and watch Yuan are either evolutionaries or high-grade citizens. 100 billion followers isn't much less than some celebrity evolutionaries in the Chiquan star domain. Completed. Just moments after Lin Yuan clicked upload, more than a dozen analysis videos appeared under Yuan's account. I hope you guys won't disappoint me. The more Martial Path evolutionaries there are, especially the higher-ranked ones, the deeper Lin Yuan's foundational accumulation in certain aspects becomes. In the future ultimate leap, everything will be transformed into an overwhelming advantage. After uploading the videos, Lin Yuan didn't pay them further attention. Instead, he contemplated the remaining space models. At the entry stage of space rules, out of 965 space models, Lin Yuan had grasped 4/5 of them. The remaining dozens, demonstrated personally by the Chiquan Star Lord, already somewhat understood by Lin Yuan with his Against Heaven's understanding. It's only a matter of time before he completely grasps them. Grasping all 965 kinds of space models, entry into space rules should pave the way to ideally create the 7th rank chapter. Lin Yuan thought to himself. With just an entry-level understanding of space, mixed with the Taiji Dao, to shape the Martial Path evolutionary path, Lin Yuan felt that once stepping into the ideal state of the 7th rank, his strength would soar. Xian Huang Evolutionary Path. When Lin Yuan tired of contemplating space rules, he began to contemplate other evolutionary paths, especially the space-related evolution paths, which are like certain imprints of the essence of space rules. Understanding space-related evolution paths sometimes is no less profound than contemplating space models directly. In addition, whenever Lin Yuan had spare time, he would contemplate the Tao of Taiyang and Taiyin, and the fire system rule crystal given to him by the Chiquan Star Lord. Lin Yuan had not yet fully grasped it. Each observation brought a different feeling. Time passed by. 2 days went by in the blink of an eye. While Lin Yuan was still engrossed in his cultivation and Tao enlightenment, a ripple that only Lin Yuan could perceive slowly spread out from the depths of his bloodline. Is my second physical body divine ability about to take shape? Lin Yuan immediately stopped his practice and focused on the changes in his body. My second physical body divine ability. With the experience from the first time his physical body divine ability took shape, Lin Yuan was quite adept, carefully experiencing the odd power from the depths of his bloodline. Chapter 294. Choice. Battlefield C24763. Time flowed slowly. The strange power deep within Lin Yuan's bloodline became increasingly apparent. Could this awakened physical body divine ability be geared towards combat and fighting? Physical body divine abilities also come in different types. Some are adept at defense, some at preserving life, and some at attacking. It all depends on which strange power deep in the bloodline is activated. Just as Lin Yuan was feeling it attentively, a complete strange power peeled off from deep within his blood vessels. Immediately afterward, information about this strange power flooded into Lin Yuan's mind. Physical body divine ability mountain moving? Lin Yuan naturally understood everything about this mountain moving divine ability. The divine ability mountain moving does not literally mean moving mountains. It's more of a symbol or description. I didn't expect the awakened physical body divine ability to be tied to the rule of power, Lin Yuan thought to himself. The mountain-moving divine ability is a pure power divine skill, related to the rule of power. Compared to other cosmic rules, the rule of power is undoubtedly the most common. After all, as long as there are beings, they possess power. Therefore, it's not difficult to get started on the rule of power. In the last 7-star cave trial, there was a red pattern named Brutal Force who had entered the Rule of Power at 4th rank. Of course, not difficult here is relative to those true genius evolvers. For the average evolver to perceive the Rule of Power to the threshold of entry, they would need at least to be at 5th rank or even 6th rank. Otherwise, Brutal Force would not have been designated by the Chiquan Star Lord as a red pattern examiner. The Rule of Power, easy to start with a high ceiling. If one comprehends deep into the Rule of Power, every move can shatter everything with power. A very pure path. Lin Yuan mused. The 9 evolution towers of the Cosmic Alliance of Human Civilizations symbolize the indisputable peak of the evolution field. One of those towers is the Tower of Power, and the Supreme Being residing in that evolution tower follows the path of the Rule of Power. Lin Yuan sensed the strange power related to the mountain-moving power divine skill forming secret patterns within his flesh, resembling a magic web. These secret patterns subtly resonated with the external Rule of Power. Lin Yuan felt that with any casual strike, he could carry a trace of the Rule of Power, and his attacks would become several to 10 times more powerful in terms of force. Lin Yuan carefully observed the secret patterns within his flesh. Your Against Heaven's Understanding allows you to observe the essential secret patterns of the Rule of Power, deepening your understanding of the Rule of Power. Your Against Heaven's Understanding allows you to observe the essential secret patterns of the Rule of Power, deepening your understanding of the Rule of Power. Your Against Heaven's Understanding allows you to observe the essential secret patterns of the Rule of Power, deepening your understanding of the Rule of Power. Only a short while had passed. Lin Yuan came to his senses. Have I actually made an entry into the Rule of Power? Lin Yuan was startled. Previously, he had not delved into the Rule of Power. Even with his Against Heaven's Understanding, how vast are the great ways of the world. One would certainly focus most of their energy on the laws and great ways they wish to comprehend, such as Taiyin Taiyang Taiji or space, etc. The Tao of Taiji governs thousands of other Taos with one, but here, it does not mean fully comprehending them all. Rather, it uses the Tao of Taiji to command the other thousands of Taos. It is like using a knife, you can wield it, but you have no understanding of the knife's construction and essence. As for the Rule of Power, even though entering it is not difficult, according to Lin Yuan's estimates, if he were to fully focus on this path, it would still take him more than 10 days. Now it took just a short while? Is it because of these secret patterns? These secret patterns are the essence of the power divine skill, mountain moving. By comprehending these secret patterns, am I comprehending a deeper layer of the Rule of Power? Lin Yuan appeared thoughtful. I didn't expect this physical body divine ability to have such a use, Lin Yuan said with a smile on his face. The divine skill mountain moving could already enhance Lin Yuan's frontal combat ability, and now it could also make understanding the Rule of Power easier for him. It's just the blood rebirth. Lin Yuan carefully felt the blood rebirth technique imprint. In the immortal Tao world, Lin Yuan, with his Against Heaven's Understanding, fully comprehended the blood rebirth, without feeling that this divine skill resonated with any particular rule. Perhaps divine skills vary from one another. Lin Yuan did not linger on this. Blood rebirth or mountain moving, they were all freely given methods. In the Chiquan Star Realm virtual world, in the Central Plaza area, the martial path evolutionary path does not require pre-existing conditions, like an innately powerful physique, innately robust spirit, or a special constitution, etc. Anyone can practice it, but whether one can enter or step into the innate realm depends on the individual. A burly man looked towards the towering evolution leaderboard in the distance and said in a low voice to several young evolvers beside him, "Martial arts evolutionaries at least offer a chance for people to try, while other evolution paths might outright dismiss you if you don't meet certain conditions. If you don't have the prerequisite, you won't even be able to step through the door. Mr. Chan, I'm trying to break through to the innate chapter, but what exactly is innate chi mentioned in there?" A young man couldn't help but ask. The first tier chapter of the martial path evolutionary path begins with the innate realm. As for the acquired realm, it is a pre-entry level state. Martial arts evolutionaries who enter this realm are equivalent to other pre-entry evolvers. Innate Chi. The burly man fell silent for a moment. He wasn't an evolver on the martial path evolutionary path. How would he know what innate Chi was? Chapter 295. In this aspect, it mainly depends on one's own enlightenment. The robust man thought for a moment, just about to speak. Just then, other evolvers in the Central Plaza area started to boil with excitement and noise. What's going on? The robust man quickly learned from the evolvers nearby that the mysterious founder of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path had actually uploaded a training lecture video on the Martial Path Evolutionary Path.
À lecture vidéo.
The robust man's spirit was lifted. Given the popularity of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path, naturally, there were many videos related to this evolutionary path. This included personal experience videos from many evolvers who had cultivated to the second rank and third rank of Martial Dao. However, many of these second rank and third rank Martial Dao evolvers' training experience videos were inaccurate or even wrong. Quick! Get into the account of the founder of Martial Path Evolutionary Path. The robust man immediately ordered several youths beside him. They were all evolvers practicing the Martial Path Evolutionary Path, just one step away from advancing. Okay. The youths were also full of excitement, as the founder of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path was universally recognized as a great evolutionary scholar. Watching a training analysis video uploaded by such a person would be beneficial even for those not practicing Martial Path Evolutionary Path. What about them? I'll take a look too. The robust man also opened the video and watched attentively. A moment later, the virtual world boiled again. So that's how it is. To step into the second rank of Martial Dao, one needs not only to master a certain power, but also to achieve perfect control over oneself. As expected of a great evolutionary scholar, each video is only 20 to 30 minutes long, but every sentence goes straight to the point, which is much better than those streamers talking about their understanding of Martial Dao. How could those streamers compare with Yuan, the great scholar? Countless evolvers and high-ranked citizens kept exchanging insights, and the news about the lecture videos spread rapidly. This caused more and more evolvers to join in and watch. I understand now. No, why is there only half of the third rank chapter? Where's the rest? So this is the essence of Martial Path Evolutionary Path. I've decided. I'll let my son take the Martial Path Evolutionary Path. The more one is an evolver of the Martial Path Evolutionary Path, the more they realize how incredible the training analysis video uploaded by Lin Yuan is. Questions and confusions that they could not comprehend no matter how hard they thought. After watching the video, suddenly everything became clear as day. It was like a lighthouse in the dark night, leading countless evolvers toward the most correct direction. Some evolvers who had been on the wrong path immediately adjusted their training methods according to the training analysis video and eventually corrected their course. Many people were excited, and even evolvers of other evolutionary paths gained a lot of insights. Although the directions represented by different evolutionary paths are fundamentally different, there are still some similarities in the core of cultivation. For those who have cultivated to the fourth rank and fifth rank in other evolutionary paths, if they switch to cultivating another evolutionary path, their speed of cultivation will definitely be much faster. Donate. Although Scholar Yuan doesn't care about the money, I still want to donate. Right? These videos have been of great help to me. I must donate. Individual accounts in the virtual world are allowed to receive donations, and top star evolvers receive donations that amount to billions every year. Chikuin Main Star. Palace of the 13 Peaks. The 877th space model. Lin Yuan sat cross-legged, occasionally raising his right hand, as strands of spatial power rippled like water in front of him. Finally completed. After a moment, a complete space model appeared in front of Lin Yuan. With the demonstration of the Chikuin Star Lord, Lin Yuan's speed in comprehending subsequent space models had increased significantly. In just a day or two, he had comprehended another space model. It's still too slow. Lin Yuan frowned slightly. At this pace, it would take me more than half a year to fully comprehend the remaining 100 or so space models? For any evolver, the mere thought of comprehending more than 100 space models in 1 to 2 years, especially the last 100 or so, was an unimaginable speed of enlightenment. Even for the silver-haired woman Yin Ling, with her extremely high spatial talent, it would probably take thousands of years to comprehend more than 100 space models. But Lin Yuan had high demands for himself. He wanted to open up the 7th rank chapter of the martial arts evolution system as soon as possible. I can try the method my teacher mentioned, Lin Yuan thought to himself. The space in battlefields of different races was frequently fluctuating, and with an eternal spatial rift present, comprehending space rules there was akin to taking a shortcut. I can dispatch my yang spirit to the alien battlefield, Lin Yuan thought in his heart. The battlefields of different races were filled with many opportunities, but understanding the space rules was only one aspect. There were also tremendous dangers. However, the yang spirit, being Lin Yuan's primordial spirit, wouldn't undergo any loss if it were to perish outside. It could quickly be recondensed. And the combat power of the yang spirit was just slightly weaker than Lin Yuan's own, and if the yang spirit were to merge with the Yin god and become the Taiji primordial spirit, it would have a killing power not inferior to his own. In the world of immortal Tao, Lin Yuan's own practice in the cloud mist blessed land was externalized through the Yin spirit and yang spirit. First, let's determine which alien battlefield to go to. A virtual screen appeared in front of Lin Yuan with lines of text flashing across it. The Human Civilization Alliance waged wars in all directions, battling with numerous different species, and the total number of alien battlefields opened was 2,630,462. There were 135 large alien battlefields, 865,111 medium-sized otherworldly battlefields. The rest were small-sized otherworldly battlefields. The scale of the large, medium, and small alien battlefields correlated with the top combat power on the battlefield, the number of strong beings, and the type of clans. In small battlefields, the top combat power was generally at the 7th rank, with a few reaching the 8th layer. In medium-sized battlefields, the top combat power was at the 8th layer, 9th rank, or even higher. As for large battlefields, the 135 large alien battlefields currently opened by human civilization were all under the watchful eyes of supreme beings. That is to say, in large battlefields, supreme beings could strike at any moment. Species capable of contending with the Human Civilization Alliance on large battlefields were without exception peak clans like the insect race. There lay the true meat grinder, where a war could lead to the fall of even 8th layer evolvers. For my first visit to an alien battlefield, it's best to be cautious and choose a small-sized otherworldly battlefield. Lin Yuan didn't set his sights on medium or large battlefields. Although the death of the yang spirit wouldn't incur any loss to Lin Yuan, merely requiring some time to reconvene, it was still better not to die if possible. Lin Yuan had a clear objective for heading to the alien battlefield. He wasn't like other evolvers who went to alien battlefields to kill different species, earn merit points, and so forth. His sole purpose in going to the alien wars was for a better comprehension of the space rules. With such a goal, a small-sized otherworldly battlefield was enough. Nearly 2 million small-sized otherworldly battlefields. Lin Yuan began to make his selection. Even small-sized alien battlefields came in different types, and some had spatial fluctuations not much different from those in the human civilization territory. The small-sized otherworldly battlefield that Lin Yuan would choose certainly had to be one with noticeable spatial fluctuations. Half an hour later, Lin Yuan had roughly completed his review. He finally settled on the small battlefield option. Battlefield C24763. Lin Yuan looked at the information displayed about this alien battlefield. Battlefield C24763 was one opened by human civilization against the Heiyuan clan. The Heiyuan clan hailed from the cosmic secret realm called the Black Abyss, the native species of the secret realm. Ever since the discovery of the cosmic secret realm, Black Abyss, the Heiyuan clan quickly integrated into the universe, joined the Insect Race Alliance, and collectively confronted the Human Civilization Alliance. The Heiyuan clan, with their diverse forms, cultivate by swallowing the Heiyuan force within the cosmic secret realm Black Abyss, and they're a powerful clan within the Insect Race Alliance. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Chapter 296 Lucky Break. The strength of the clans in the main world is divided into peak clans, powerful clans, ordinary clans, and weak clans. At the head of the Insect Race Alliance, a peak clan, are hundreds of powerful clans, as well as tens of thousands of ordinary clans, united to counter the expansion of human civilization and to compete for their interests. Apart from the Insect Race Alliance, there are 6 or 7 similar clan alliances, all centered around a particular peak clan. Of course, since human civilization has also absorbed many different species, it is also known as the Human Civilization Alliance. Battlefield C-24763, significant spatial fluctuations detected, and a permanent spatial rift from 1 million years ago, created by a high-rank evolver with a supreme weapon. All the various information about this alien battlefield was clearly understood by Lin Yuan. In the Immortal Tao world, the reason Lin Yuan dared not send his Yang God and Yin God to the spirit realm was his unfamiliarity with it. This meant overwhelming risk, and with the coordinates of the spirit realm in hand, Lin Yuan did not need to take this kind of risk. Other cultivators, demon practitioners, were desperate to ascend to the spirit realm, no matter the cost. That's because they had no other choice. But Lin Yuan was different. He had many options. Even without the coordinates of the spirit realm, Lin Yuan had almost infinite choices. This battlefield will do. Lin Yuan made up his mind. Even with wormhole travel, it would take half a month to get from Chikuan Star to battlefield C-24763. So Lin Yuan needed to hurry. Goddess of Wisdom, I want to apply to go to battlefield C-24763. Lin Yuan connected with the Goddess of Wisdom and voiced his request. Respected Level 6 citizen Lin Yuan, with your status, there is no need for you to fight on the alien battlefields. The solemn and cold voice of the Goddess of Wisdom came through, surprisingly beginning to dissuade Lin Yuan. This was much like the Chikuan Star Lord also not recommending Lin Yuan go to the alien battlefields or, if he must, to send an avatar rather than go in person. Don't worry, I won't be going in person, Lin Yuan explained. Respected Level 6 citizen Lin Yuan, you may now state your demands. Suddenly, a voice as cold as ice, laced with a hint of killing intent, rang out. It was entirely different from the solemnity and coldness of the Goddess of Wisdom. It's the Goddess of Freedom. A notion flickered in Lin Yuan's mind. The cosmic alliance of human civilizations is governed by 3 ultimate AI goddesses. They are the Goddess of Wisdom, the Goddess of Freedom, and the Goddess of Justice. The domains overseen by the 3 goddesses vary. The Goddess of Wisdom is in charge of civil affairs and is the one Lin Yuan interacts with the most, whereas the Goddess of Freedom is responsible for war and conquest. Simply put, the more than 2 million alien battlefields that the Human Civilization Alliance has established are all managed and dispatched by the Goddess of Freedom. As Lin Yuan wanted to go to an alien battlefield, any subsequent matters naturally required connecting with the Goddess of Freedom. Hide my identity. Don't follow a team, act alone. With Lin Yuan's status as Peak Master 13 of the Red Kuan lineage, if he were to go to an alien battlefield with this identity, it is likely that what was originally a minor alien battlefield would attract a large number of 7th rank and 8th rank alien strong ones. As for following a team, the power of an individual evolver is very insignificant on an alien battlefield, and they would need the combined efforts of several evolvers of the same rank to hope to kill alien strong ones and earn merit points. This is why most evolvers on the battlefield choose to form groups into teams. But Lin Yuan did not need to. He had no intention of fighting to the death with the alien strong ones. Respected Level 6 citizen Lin Yuan, your application has been approved, and the battlefield pass has been updated. The cold and murderous voice of the Goddess of Freedom came through. The Battlefield Pass is an important document that signifies Lin Yuan's identity within the Human Alliance ranks, allowing him entry and exit from the human-controlled territories on the battlefield. Without the Battlefield Pass on an alien battlefield, you are akin to a person without any status, fair game for both the human race and different species to attack. Everything's almost ready. With a thought from Lin Yuan, a hundreds of meters large spaceship appeared before him. The warship, jet black and streamlined, was imbued with a certain high-tech aura. The expanse of the cosmic frontiers was vast, like traveling from Chikuin main star to battlefield C24763 at the speed of light, which would take a very long time. So normal human evolvers travel on warships for long-distance wormhole shuttle. But wormhole shuttle needs a cooling-off period. Without paying a price, consecutive shuttling is not possible. Whirling. A phantom figure walked out from Lin Yuan's body. When it appeared in the outside world, it quickly condensed into substance. It was Lin Yuan's Taiyang divine spirit. Go! Lin Yuan looked at the Taiyang divine spirit. With a smile at the corners of his mouth, the Taiyang divine spirit entered the spaceship. Suddenly, the spaceship began to activate, heading out beyond Chikuin main star. As the most prosperous planet within a star domain, there are countless spaceships and warships coming and going from Chikuin main star every day. The spaceship that Lin Yuanyang was on did not attract much attention. Whoosh! The pitch-black spaceship swiftly entered the star platform of Chikuin main star, preparing to leave. I hope the experience on the alien battlefield will help me grasp the space rules, Lin Yuan secretly thought. By sending the Yang spirit to the alien battlefield, Lin Yuan was not only eager to thoroughly understand the 965 kinds of space models, but he also intended to expedite understanding the subsequent 7,782 kinds of space models. Why is there extra money in my account? Lin Yuan returned to the Grand Hall, glanced casually at his account balance, and discovered an additional several billion civilization coins. Chapter 297. Billions of civilization currency wasn't a small amount, even for 5th rank or 6th rank evolvers. Was it a reward? Lin Yuan checked the source of the civilization currency and found it originated from rewards, the dozen or so videos I uploaded. It was then that Lin Yuan remembered that a few days ago, to make training easier for martial arts evolutionaries and to spread the martial path evolutionary path more quickly and widely, he had specifically recorded some training guidance videos. With that thought, Lin Yuan immediately opened the Yuan account and checked the comments under the videos. Lin Yuan raised an eyebrow. There were over 10 billion comments under each video, the majority of which were not from martial path evolutionaries. They're all urging me to update the videos with guidance on the second half of the 3rd rank chapter, the 4th rank chapter, and the 5th rank chapter? Lin Yuan glanced at them and slightly shook his head. Such training guidance videos couldn't be produced whenever one wished. This had nothing to do with Lin Yuan's understanding of the martial path evolutionary path. Even if Lin Yuan understood it deeply, what use would it be if others couldn't understand what he explained? Therefore, the recording and production of such videos must use simple language that ordinary evolutionaries could understand. Has the number of 1st rank martial arts evolutionaries increased substantially? Lin Yuan glanced at the real-time curve of the number of evolutionaries at each stage of the martial path evolutionary path. He found that since the day he posted the videos, the number of 1st rank martial arts evolutionaries had skyrocketed. Moreover, the numbers of 2nd rank and 3rd rank martial arts evolutionaries had also experienced a significant increase. Not bad, not bad. Lin Yuan nodded slightly. The surge in the number of martial arts evolutionaries not only meant that Lin Yuan's income would skyrocket. It also increased a certain foundation of Lin Yuan. The latter was even more crucial. At the border of the human civilization territory in the cosmos, the void slightly distorted. A black spaceship appeared. The 862nd wormhole shuttle is complete, soon arriving at C24763 alien battlefield. The voice of the spaceship's AI assistant resounded in Lin Yuan's ears. Are we at the battlefield? Lin Yuanyang opened his eyes and looked ahead. It had taken 18 days to reach the C24763 alien battlefield since departing from Chikuin main star. Is that the alien battlefield? Lin Yuan looked somewhat shocked. He saw a continent floating in the cosmic starry sky in the extreme distance. C24763 alien battlefield, primarily a continent in shape, diameter of 0.2 light-years, that is, 2 trillion kilometers. Lin Yuan's mind flashed with specific information about C24763 alien battlefield. The cosmos is vast, Planets are just the most common celestial bodies. But beyond planets, the depths of the universe contain many incredible celestial bodies. A continent-shaped celestial body is not uncommon. Many battlefields of different races are located on such massive objects measured in light-years. Where do we enter from? Lin Yuan began to determine the direction. C24763 alien battlefield was immensely vast, and its surface was engulfed in a kind of cosmic energy forming a mist. Usually, evolutionaries entering such a battlefield would randomly pick a direction to go in, and only once inside could they roughly determine their bearings. Let's go. Lin Yuan controlled the spaceship, flying in one direction. On the outskirts of C24763 alien battlefield, several figures stood in a mountain valley. These figures exuded a strange and dark aura, belonging to the Heiyuan clan from the cosmos. The Heiyuan clan, born from the Heiyuan secret realm, cultivated by absorbing the power of the Black Abyss. Compared to regular cosmic energy, the power of the Black Abyss was sinister and peculiar, so when the Heiyuan clan encountered the outside universe, they quickly secured their status. They weren't like other cosmic secret realms discovered, where the clans inside would be captured and relegated to being gardens for the peak clans, a much more miserable fate. Of course, the Heiyuan clan's ability to do so, and their timely affiliation with the insect race, offering the clan's most precious treasure, the heart of the Black Abyss, also played a part. With the protection of the insect race, most clans wouldn't dare think about touching the Heiyuan secret realm. This spatial entrance likely comes from the efforts of an 8th-layer strong being, or at least a 7th-rank monarch proficient in the Tao of space. Several figures from the Heiyuan clan, with the foremost figure staring at the slightly distorted spatial barrier in the corner of the valley. The other Heiyuan clan members were also excited. On the alien battlefield, countless strong beings clashed, and occasionally, two strong beings would injure each other so badly neither could retreat to their own camps in time, forcing them to hurriedly hide in some secretive spot to recuperate. But often, they wouldn't recover from their injuries and would instead die from backlash. Of course, before their deaths, these strong beings would have prepared themselves. It wouldn't be easy for outsiders to acquire the treasures they left behind. Just like the current spatial entrance, being able to create a stable space definitely indicated a deep understanding of space rules, and given its longevity without collapsing, at least 965 basic spatial models had been thoroughly understood. This meant the strong being was at least a 7th-rank monarch proficient in the Tao of space, and more likely an 8th-layer strong being. The legacy possibly left by an 8th-layer strong being. Thinking about this, the Heiyuan clan members immediately became excited. They were all 6th-rank strong beings, facing what could be the legacy of an 8th-layer strong being. Maintaining their sanity was already quite restrained. It must have been left by some human race evolver. The leading figure of the Heiyuan clan carefully observed for a while, furrowing his brow slightly. If the spatial entrance had been left by an 8th-layer strong being from the Heiyuan clan, they would dare to enter right away. Chapter 298. Because they all belonged to the Black Abyss clan, even if they set up failsafes, these were intended for combating other different species. The inheritance they left behind was naturally meant to fall into the hands of their own kind. Therefore, the few members of the Black Abyss clan only needed to reveal their own Black Abyss aura to smoothly acquire everything. But the human race was in an adversarial relationship with the Black Abyss clan. If they were to enter, they would certainly trigger the various contingencies left behind by the space's opener. A space carved out by a suspected 8th-layer powerhouse with contingencies left behind could retain a certain level of potency even after hundreds of thousands of years. You go in first. The leading member of the Black Abyss clan glanced at the one beside him and spoke indifferently. Captain Wei Qing, I am not the strongest. Entering a space gateway left by such a level might not be a good idea. This member of the Black Abyss clan, named Ran Fon, looked cautiously at Captain Wei Qing and tentatively spoke. Although the inheritance left by a suspected 8th-layer powerhouse greatly tempted him, the prerequisite was to be alive to claim it. The first one to enter would certainly face the greatest risk. Ran Fon, although your strength isn't great, your life-saving techniques are strong. If you go in, according to the rules we agreed upon beforehand, you'll get 30% of all the loots. Another member of the Black Abyss clan spoke up. All right. Captain Wei Qing, you heard that. Ranfan clenched his teeth. It was mainly that he didn't have much of a choice. If he didn't enter, Captain Wei Qing would still invite him in. A moment later, Captain Wei Qing's brow furrowed. Dead, Captain Wei Qing declared. Not long after Ranfan entered, the communication with him was completely severed, which meant death. With Ranfan's survival ability, even 7th-rank powerhouses shouldn't be able to kill him in a short time, right? The rest of the Black Abyss clan powerhouses suddenly felt troubled. This also shows that the space gateway here has even greater value. Captain Wei Qing spoke. They had come across this place by chance. They only discovered the space gateway while planning to rest in this valley. The gateway's aura was concealed. It simply couldn't be detected by perceptual methods. You could only find something amiss by approaching within a certain distance. So for many years, this space gateway remained undiscovered. Battlefield C-24763 was too vast, with a diameter of 0.2 light-years, an unknown multiple of a normal planet's size. You guys! Captain Wei Qing swept a glance at the remaining members of the Black Abyss clan. Captain Wei Qing, even Ranfan died. Entering would mean certain death for us too. It's not necessary. The several Black Abyss clan powerhouses immediately grew nervous. That is true. Captain Wei Qing thought for a while. He did not really mind the life or death of the other Black Abyss members. But the prerequisite was obtaining the inheritance from inside the space gateway. Would it require reporting back to the clan? Captain Wei Qing felt somewhat unwilling in his heart. With the strength of the Heiyuan clan, if they dispatched a powerhouse, they would definitely be able to extract all the treasures and inheritance from inside the space gateway. But by doing that, Captain Wei Qing could only receive a small share. The lion's share would certainly fall to the clan. Just at that moment, Captain Wei Qing seemed to sense something and looked up in a certain direction. A pitch-black spaceship was flying towards them at this moment. Is it a human race evolver? Captain Wei Qing immediately made a judgment. It couldn't be helped, the Heiyuan clan's technology was lacking, incapable of building ships that could perform wormhole shuttles. Therefore, the Heiyuan clan did not rely on spaceships for travel. The human race? Captain Wei Qing, we can capture this human race and then force him into the space gateway. He is from the human race, and the one who left behind this space gateway is also from the human race. If a human enters, he probably won't encounter the kill switches. When he gets all the inheritance and treasures, we just take them from him. One of the Black Abyss clan powerhouses immediately spoke. Upon hearing this, the rest of the Black Abyss clan powerhouses immediately agreed. That way, they didn't need to venture inside themselves, nor was there any need to report back to the tribe and give away a large share. Captain Wei Qing's eyes lit up. He nodded and said, "Good idea." Then he looked up at the position of the pitch-black spaceship, a smile appearing on his face. Lucky. Chapter 299. The Legacy of the 8th Layer Evolver. The strong members of the Heiyuan clan within the valley were in high spirits. They had originally planned to report this spatial entrance to their clan, since even a small share was much better than nothing. But now, they had unexpectedly discovered a member of the human race actively approaching them. If they could control this human, force him into the spatial entrance, with his identity as part of the same race as the owner of the spatial entrance, they should easily be able to bring out all the treasures. At that time, they could solely enjoy the treasures stored inside this spatial entrance. Don't get too excited too soon. First, determine the strength and number of humans in this spaceship. Captain Wei Qing had not relaxed his vigilance. On the battlefields of different races, any slight oversight could cost them their lives. Compared to the human race and the insect race and other peak clans who could be resurrected, the life of their mighty clans was truly over upon death. The clans would not pay a heavy price to ask the peak clans to resurrect them. Okay. A member of the Heiyuan clan, with skin of a bluish hue, took out a sky blue gemstone. Immediately, he aimed one side of the gemstone at the swiftly approaching dark, streamlined spaceship. A slight vibration spread outwards. This sky blue gemstone, bestowed by the insect race, was used to detect the surrounding environment and gauge the levels and numbers of enemy combatants. On the battlefields of different races, it's difficult to kill alien strong ones of the same level, and similarly hard to overpower and kill those weaker than oneself. One reason is the presence of this type of detection gemstone. A 7th rank evolver trying to disguise oneself as 6th rank and then slaughter within the ranks of the weaker different species was practically impossible, because the vast majority of 7th rank evolvers could not escape the detection of this gemstone. Captain, there's only one person in the spaceship, and he has not reached the 7th rank. The blue-skinned member of the Heiyuan clan opened his eyes and spoke. Not having reached the 7th rank is fine. Captain Wei Qing nodded slightly. All of them were at the peak of the 6th rank, with him, Wei Qing, being at the pinnacle of that peak. Together, capturing a human race 6th rank evolver would not be difficult. Lin Yuan piloted the spaceship into the battlefields of different races, being extremely cautious, to the extent that he didn't even use wormhole shuttle. On the battlefields of different races, spatial fluctuations were significant, making precise travel through wormhole shuttle impossible. Moreover, using wormhole shuttles stirred up minor spatial fluctuations, easily drawing the attention of alien strong ones. In the battlefields of different races, if I'm lucky, I might not even encounter any different species. Lin Yuan thought to himself. The battlefields of different races were vast, spanning 0.2 light-years in diameter, a range so immense that even placing hundreds of billions of evolvers inside would be like a drop in the ocean. It's best I don't encounter any different species. I have no interest in them. Lin Yuan thought. Battling with the different species, even against the weakest among them, still carried the risk of failure. Lin Yuan's primary aim in entering the battlefields of different races was to head toward that eternal spatial rift to comprehend the space rules emanating from it, allowing him to thoroughly understand the remaining fundamental spatial models and step into the 7th stage Martial Tao realm. Ha! Lin Yuan's expression suddenly changed. Just a moment ago, he sensed a faint fluctuation sweep across the spaceship. Are there different species? Lin Yuan's expression turned serious. He was just about to slow down the spaceship, but suddenly, a terrifying wave of energy descended. The spaceship Lin Yuan was in exploded instantly. Whoosh! Lin Yuan's figure appeared not far away. At the same time, several members of the Heiyuan clan immediately surrounded him. Not bad in terms of strength. Heiyuan clan Captain Wei Qing eyed Lin Yuan. The strike just now had pierced through the spaceship, and he had thought that Lin Yuan would at least be injured, but it seemed now that his strength was even beyond their estimates. However, Captain Wei Qing was unfazed. With that probing attack, he had already confirmed that Lin Yuan was not a 7th rank evolver. Since that was the case, then it was simple. Different species? Lin Yuan looked around at the Heiyuan clan strong ones gathering. They don't want to kill me? Lin Yuan pondered thoughtfully, sensing the strength of these Heiyuan clan members, knowing that if they had been serious, it definitely wouldn't have been as simple as before. Human race. If you want to live, listen to us. A member of the Heiyuan clan spoke up, thinking they had the upper hand at this moment. What must I do to live? Lin Yuan's mind stirred, following the other's words. Normally, on the battlefields of different races, when the human race encountered the Heiyuan clan, there would be no talking, only immediate battle. Human race, killing members of the Heiyuan clan, would earn treasure and merit points rewards. The Heiyuan clan killing members of the human race would likewise earn rewards from their own clan, and possibly even gifts from the insect race. So, unless there were other motives, the two great clans would definitely start fighting upon meeting. It's simple. First, stop resisting. Another member of the Heiyuan clan started to approach. You have to promise you'll let me go. Lin Yuan spoke softly. Of course. A smile surfaced on the face of the approaching Heiyuan clan member. The other Heiyuan clan members' expressions, however, bore a hint of scorn. In this interclan war, to actually believe the promise of a different species was naive. This human race evolver was most likely a novice in war. The next moment, Lin Yuan's figure vanished from the spot. Simultaneously, for miles around, everything was engulfed by Taiyang true fire, the terrifying heat beginning to burn the air, burning everything. Not good. The expressions of the several Heiyuan clan members turned to alarm. Chapter 300. The Taiyang true fire that permeated every inch of air was terrifyingly powerful. The Heiyuan clan powerhouse who had just tried to approach Lin Yuan felt as though his flesh and blood were starting to burn. Boom! Just as this Heiyuan clan powerhouse thought about retreating explosively, a right hand, formed of Taiyang true fire, pierced through him. The terrifying power of the true fire exploded, burning the Heiyuan clan powerhouse to nothingness. The Taiyang true fire converged. It reformed into the figure of Lin Yuan. Quick! Leave. This human race evolver must be a top genius of the Human Civilization Alliance, not someone that ordinary 6th rank extremes can compare with. Damn it, with his strength, if he had just revealed a little earlier, we wouldn't have dared to take the initiative. He did it on purpose, deliberately attracting us to surround him. The remaining members of the Heiyuan clan had ugly expressions on their faces. As soon as Lin Yuan unleashed the Taiyang true fire domain and covered tens of thousands of miles, they realized something was wrong. It wasn't something unusual for a 6th rank evolver to master domain power, but a domain completely filled with Taiyang true fire exerted an inconceivable suppressive force on them. Rumble. Several Heiyuan clan powerhouses tried to move backward, to break free from the suppression of the Taiyang domain, but it was evidently too late. Lin Yuan's figure disappeared again. He became the omnipresent power of Taiyang. In an instant, he condensed in front of a Heiyuan clan powerhouse. Captain, save me. This Heiyuan clan powerhouse only lasted a moment. Then, he too was burned to nothingness by the Taiyang true fire. Subsequently, the last Heiyuan clan powerhouse showed an unwilling expression, and immediately his physical soul began to burn. As a being from the cosmic secret realm Black Abyss, he had to endure countless competitions since childhood. Barely making it out of the Black Abyss, he thought he would shine on the battlefields of different races, break through to the 7th rank, and then return to rule a part of the Black Abyss. But now all was impossible. After effortlessly killing this Heiyuan clan powerhouse, Lin Yuan's gaze turned to the last Heiyuan clan powerhouse. Judging from the expressions of those Heiyuan clan powerhouses just now, this one must be some sort of captain or leader. When Lin Yuan was slaughtering the previous Heiyuan clan powerhouses, this Heiyuan clan powerhouse didn't show any intention of coming to their aid. Instead, he watched coldly as his own clansmen died. Impressive. Captain Wei Qing looked at Lin Yuan. Even though he was in the Taiyang true fire domain, he showed no fear. The Taiyang true fire, capable of burning a 6th rank peak powerhouse to nothing, rapidly dissipated when it approached within a few feet of him. He didn't save the other Heiyuan clan powerhouses just now because he wanted his clansmen to test Lin Yuan's strength. Competition within the Heiyuan clan was brutal, especially after they encountered the vast cosmic environment. Every member of the Heiyuan clan had fought their way out from among countless others of their kind. But now it's time for you to die. The expression on Captain Wei Qing's face revealed his cruelty. The Heiyuan clan had joined the Insect Race Alliance, so as long as one met the conditions, they could directly receive a gift from the insect race. Among these was the killing of top genius evolvers of the Human Civilization Alliance. A top 6th rank evolver from the human civilization is even more valuable than an ordinary 7th rank evolver. Condense. Captain Wei Qing believed that he had figured out Lin Yuan. The other party's reliance was on nothing more than the Taiyang true fire domain and the ability to turn his physical body into Taiyang true fire. A wave of fluctuations began to spread out from Captain Wei Qing as the center, diffusing in all directions. Wherever the wave passed, the Taiyang true fire domain began to collapse, and a more potent domain power started to forcefully drive out and suppress the Taiyang true fire domain. Interesting. Lin Yuan's figure disappeared once again. Useless. My clan's Black Abyss domain can isolate everything. You can't get in. Captain Wei Qing was about to speak. The next moment, traces of spatial fluctuations emerged. Lin Yuan, as if teleporting, appeared directly in front of Captain Wei Qing. What? Captain Wei Qing's eyes widened as the space rules controlled by Lin Yuan, and his manipulation of power, had completely surpassed the limits of a 6th rank evolver and reached the 7th rank realm. In simple terms, although Lin Yuan was still exercising the power of a 6th rank evolver, his understanding of the essence of power was no different from that of a 7th rank, and a casual strike could crush any 6th rank. Captain Wei Qing's consciousness began to blur, and at this moment, a sense of frustration suddenly surged in his heart. As a mighty 7th rank powerhouse, disguising yourself as a 6th rank, isn't that bullying? Worrying. Captain Wei Qing's physical soul was burned to nothingness, transforming into strands of the purest essential power, which then flowed into Lin Yuan's body. Storage ring. Lin Yuan stretched out his right hand, and Captain Wei Qing's storage ring fell into his palm. When he had killed the other Heiyuan clan powerhouses just now, Lin Yuan had also conveniently collected their storage rings. As for the physical soul, it was all incinerated by the Taiyang true fire into the purest power and then became nourishment for the Taiyang divine spirit. No other members of the Heiyuan clan? Lin Yuan closed his eyes slightly. His perception began to spread and permeate, and only after confirming that there were no other life forms within hundreds of thousands of miles, did he let out a slight sigh of relief. Everything was recorded just now, right? Lin Yuan communicated with his intelligent assistant in his mind. Human race evolvers in the battlefields of different races would receive corresponding rewards for killing members of different species. But how to prove that it was you who killed the different species? That would be through the recording software installed by the 3 goddesses. Just record the battle and killing process, and later, when reaching the gathering place for the human race on the battlefield, upload the video to the 3 goddesses. After their review, the number of merit points will be finalized. That's right. Many factors, such as spatial fluctuations, affect the battlefields of different races. There are many places where one cannot connect to the 3 goddesses. Only after leaving the battlefield or being in a gathering place of the human race on the battlefield can one reconnect with the goddesses. It's just that, for what reason did these members of the Heiyuan clan not make a move against me? Lin Yuan landed on the ground, frowning in thought. The Heiyuan clan members hadn't immediately gone for the kill because they wanted Lin Yuan to do something for them. And that something was something the Heiyuan clan could not do, only Lin Yuan could. A thought flickered in Lin Yuan's mind. He began to search carefully in all directions. Half a day later, Lin Yuan arrived in a valley. Just an entrance to a certain space? Lin Yuan observed carefully. Considering the use of space rules, it should come from an evolver of the human race. So that's how it is. Lin Yuan's expression suddenly became clear. Before heading to the battlefields of different races, Lin Yuan naturally wouldn't go unprepared, with an understanding of the many opportunities on the battlefield. One type of opportunity included treasures left behind by previous experts. In the battlefields of different races, it's impossible to stay connected with the 3 goddesses in real time. Thus, some powerful evolvers, too severely injured to heal, would often leave their treasures somewhere before their death. To ensure that their inheritances would not fall into the hands of different species, judging by the spatial fluctuations, this space entrance has existed for at least hundreds of thousands of years. The fact that it has not... Hello everyone, this is Shadow. Due to copyright restrictions on YouTube, I can't publish many of the audiobooks you love. That's why I've created a special paid service where you can enjoy over 300 high-quality audiobooks from platforms like Webnovel, Pocket FM, Audible, Wuxia, and more. Each novel comes as a one-time purchase, no subscriptions, no hidden fees. After payment, you'll receive full access via Telegram, along with all future updates for that novel. You'll find a wide selection of your favorite genres and titles, always in premium audio quality. Check the full list of available novels in the description. DM me now to get your favorite stories in audiobook form and start listening today.